It is Fremantle and Carlton in the west at Optus Stadium. And we are underway. Cruiser leaping high early, able to win it down, but Fife will get the first clearance away for the game. Bouncing ball up to McCarthy, but Marchbank got an important touch in there for the Blues. The kick lets him down a little. Time got to bump for his trouble. McCarthy trying to use the body. Spills back to Brayshaw. Pretty open forward line for Fremantle. Long ball in, Matera. 3 goals in each of his last 2 matches. Brandon Matera, as he opens up the angle and around the body, gets the great start for Fremantle. Was reported last week, but led off at the tribunal. You see this big hit on Luke Ryan term. Here's Casbolt, who's started forward today after being in the back line the last few weeks, and Paddy Dow. The Dockers with the first goal. Blues a couple of forays forward in the last few minutes. Way. Good pick up by Dow. Marchbank almost took too long. The kick, though's a beauty. Charlie Curnow is going to open up the angle here from 50. He's just going for that extra distance. And he launches long. Good entry again. Curnow presenting, handling the spoil. Big bump by Hughes, and he might have hurt Curnow there as well. He's clutching at his knees. He goes to the ground. That could be a blow for the Blues. Here's Hughes. Switkowski. It opens the door. Walters feeds it inside now for Bewley. Curnow coming from the ground. The kick wide for Langdon. Fremantle building, but the entry poor. Setterfield hacks it away, but he gives it straight back to Bewley. On the boot again. Blues with the numbers. A bounce important. It rolls end on end and nearly in the middle. Long kick in towards McCarthy presenting. In the meantime, it's McCarthy. Has it got the distance? It does.
Coming in from Bewley, and then the ability to absorb.
That's a good mark, isn't it?
Yeah, absorb that body pressure from Jones. Jones was right there, but that's a classy mark, and from 53 metres to go back, do the job. Going low.
By Logue, but it was effective to Bewley. They're all up. Newman, Fife weighted down for a change, and he tumbles the ball. Trying to run around the back for the handball. And he goes in towards Fife. He's the man.
That is superb.
So Nat Fife, a shot at goal. There's a good one off the boot. The Dockers have got the first 3 of the game. Bewley was cleared out of there with a good bump. Walters had his head down, taken high, and he'll get the free kick at the shot at goal. There's a little bit going on after the fact as well. Some high contact there for Michael Walters. And the Freo star certainly increased in the 2019 season. And Michael Walters has been a driving factor of that.
And it's something that Carlton needs to address. Interesting call on that one.
McCarthy on a strong lead into the forward pocket. Just sits up a little, but he got a push. It looked like it was about to go over his head. Back in the side. Hasn't played since round 7. But he's enjoying his return. He's got 2 goals in the first quarter.
McCarthy gets the 1-on-1 and the free kick and the goal.
The Blues get one late in this opening quarter. Walsh swings it forward. There's some holding going on at the other end. And Silvani's going to get the free kick. Jack Silvani also an inclusion today. After the siren at quarter time, have the Blues found their first? No, they haven't. Fremantle look to set up out of defence. The kick hangs in the air for a while. Big opportunity here for Carlton. O'Brien from 45 launches long, but it's hit straight down the throat of Murphy, out into the path of Casbolt. Griffin Logue's lost his boot as it's chipped into Gibbons. He's gone 0, 2 goals, 0, 2 goals, 0. So he's due for 2 goals this afternoon. And there's his first of the afternoon, and the Blues first.
Level for a big guy. Turns around and then spots up the kip. Great play from the Blues.
And the ruckman are being told to say, for the last 3 years I've been told hit it to the defensive hip. If you're not going to be there, we better go back to plan B.
10-0 forward half intercepts this quarter.
Jested again. Just chipping up. Petreski, Seaton. With Halls Creek spent some time in Broome over the Blues by. He's back out there. He's in form. He's kicking a goal. And the Blues are playing well.
An opportunity to score, and they've done this regularly, Carlton, this quarter, and they've put a lot of pressure on this Dockers defence. Right on top, and it's a great finish.
For a moment, he may have suffered an injury, but he's okay. And there's Charlie Curnow walking his way around the boundary.
So, Pav, if there was such a thing as a timeout in football, I reckon Ross would
Go up and go forward again.
At the
Not
back.
really to the advantage of Dow, but he waited down and he sent it towards goal. Paddy Dow adds another, and the Blues are on a roll.
You were the first one to identify it. The Dockers get two guys up at the other end of the ground when we get to it, and Paddy Dow stays down and scores the simplest of goals.
If you commit two defenders in the air, you must diffuse the high ball problem, and if you don't, you pay a price at ground level. A fantastic finish from Paddy Dow. That's been the
Through Matera fighting hard. Feeds it back to Tucker. They get it inside 50. They get the jeers from the crowd. And it's rushed through.
Not really come up at the ball.
Out the back they go again. The Blues, they waited down. Dow into the pocket. Walters back there. McGovern getting involved. He dropped it first time, but he can help himself to the goal. And on cue, Mitch McGovern kicks it, and the Blues continue on their way.
Ryan was coming back, but in the end, they won the clearance. They won it really well, and he wasn't able to get back to cover. I mean, that just needed to be changed early in the piece. It somehow needed to be some communication, but it was a really good kick. And McGovern is just showing he's a bit out of form at the moment.
Tira to escape. He's at the 50. Fremantle desperate for a goal. Banfield crunched into. They'll take the goal through Brendan Cox. And they try and arrest some of the momentum.
With Conker, and that's how Matera got out. Let's have a look. There's McCarthy and Banfield working their patterns pretty well again. And that's a free kick. Results in a goal, but it's definitely a free kick.
Out again, the Blues. Setterfield. Up to Kennedy.
There's a great extraction, that one.
Just over a minute to go in this second quarter. In long, O'Brien. What a kick it was into the pocket. Always to his advantage. And O'Brien, he wants to play on. He goes towards Gibbons.